Okay, here's the test panel, and we've got it hooked up to the Mini's battery down on the floor. It's all completely independent, and so we'll switch on the master switch. Master switch. We've got a warning light to say that the starter solenoid is powered. We've got a light to say that we have 12-volt power to the system. Oil pressure, alternator, as you would expect. We have power to the fuel pump, that is switched on. We need that in this case because it's the electric fuel pump is in the car. And here the digital panel. It's operating the electric water pump. EWP stands for electric water pump. I have been running it, so the engine's running at 61 degrees. And the system has a good 12 volts. And right, amps, we've got 0 amps, tacho, the engine's stopped. Throttle is connected, choke isn't. Choke's not connected to anything at the moment. I didn't bother to go that far, but I have gone to the, just ease the friction off and get the throttle loosened up. Okay, let's, so we've got the master switch on, switch the ignition on, ignition is on, starter is live. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. Friction's a bit tight, I'll just back that up a bit more. Okay, so we have amps, so the alternator lights come off, which is good. We're actually charging the battery. Oil pressure has come up. We're now running at 13 volts, so it means it's charging, and temperature 58 degrees, and that should be rising. We've got a flashing light to say the water pump is running. And it's circulating water through the cooling system. Tacho running just under 1000 RPM. The tacho is working, but it's a bit sluggish, a bit erratic at times. But it's good enough for what we want for this. Make sure when we run up the other engine, that we know what sort of RPM we're going to be running. So, these gauges are both direct reading gauges, and I haven't bothered to connect them. If that doesn't prove anything, we know they're going to work once they're plumbed in. So the whole idea is to test. We're testing the test panel at the moment to make sure that when we connect it to the other engine, it's going to work, and it's going to work in a sense so we understand. Okay, lovely. Ignition off, alternator light comes back on again, stops charging, and the oil pressure's fallen and the lights come back on again. Voltage is stabilizing again, and temperature should probably rise for a little bit, but the water pump is still circulating water and cooling the system. All looking good. And main master switch off. EWP goes through the shutdown sequence. The electric water pump system, to prevent hot spots inside the engine, it goes through the shutdown sequence, which can take up to 2 minutes depending on how hot the engine is. So it's circulating the water, the pump is running, and it's running the fans to bring the temperature down. And I forget what the threshold temperature we've got set is, but it's all based on the current threshold temperature. I think I've got that set pretty low. 72 degrees is what it's set at. That's ridiculously low for a running concern. That just happens to be what it is. Okay, and there it is, shut down. Good gear.